Like many of you, I went a little crazy ordering seeds this year, and this is only a fraction of what I have. I need to figure out a way to organize my seeds. And if you've got any seed packets at all, you should have a way to organize them. So stick around, and I'll show you a number of different ways to do it. Hi, I'm GardenerScott, and I discuss everything gardening so that you can become a better gardener. Today's topic is seed organization. As you might have seen in my unboxing video, I went a little overboard and got dozens and dozens of seeds. Now, I do plan on putting all of these in the ground, but of course there's more seeds to come, and since that video I purchased a bunch as well. The question becomes, what do I do with all these seeds now? I have a lot of seeds, so I definitely need an organization system. Even if you only have 2 or 3 or 4 packets of seeds, it's a great idea to start an organization system of your own, because as you get hooked on gardening, you will buy more and more seeds, and all of these seeds have different requirements. Some of them will need to be started indoors very soon. Some have months to go before I put them outside. And if I just leave them on the table and pick a pack at random, who knows whether I'll get them in the right order at the right time. That's where organization comes in. As we move through this video, I'll show you ways that I have organized in the past, ways that I'm organizing right now, and a new way that I'm planning on organizing my seeds moving forward. And I'll also show you some ideas of systems that I haven't necessarily tried, but might be best for you. One of the classic ways of organizing seeds is just to take a cardboard box and put the seeds in them. I do try to put them in alphabetically, but it doesn't always work out. And this does work if you've got a good number of seeds. But if you have just a few seeds, let's start with a simpler and easier way to organize. This first way of organizing seeds is really quite easy, and you might have all of these components already in your house ready to go, and you could start right away. It's to use a simple binder to store your seeds. Now, for just a few seed packets, you can use a 1/2 inch or 1 inch binder. If you've got a lot of seeds, you might need a thicker one. If you are a scrapbooker, you could have a lot of fun with this by decorating it however you want. I don't have that kind of skill, so I just put my name on the front. When you have your binder, the next thing is to take some type of insert that allows you to slide seeds in, and you put all these inserts into your binder. The most basic way I find to organize seeds in this manner is just to take a simple page protector. I'll put it in the binder, and then I can just slide my seed packets in any particular way. Because they're clear, I can see right through, and I know what seeds I have. This is ideal for just a couple seed packets. I can read the front, I can read the back, they're organized, and they're ready to put in the garden. This year, I'm taking this basic idea one step further by using color-coded binder pockets. And I'll put a link below to all of these new products that I'm trying. This has a tab, and it allows me to take the seeds, slide them the same way, but these go in sideways. Now there's no risk of the seeds falling out, and I can put it into the binder. I'm also trying these color-coded pencil pockets. These have a zipper, and this idea holds true as well. Just put the seeds in, close the zipper, now they can't fall out, and I'll put it into my binder. So in just a couple minutes, I have a storage and organization system for a small number of seeds. And this is easily expandable just by adding some more inserts or using a bigger binder. And you may be wondering why I think the color-coded inserts are an improvement on just that clear plastic page protector. Well, now we get into the reason for organizing the seeds. And there are a number of different reasons, and you can choose which options you like. For instance, we can organize by plant type. So if you've got 3, 4, 5 different types of lettuce seeds, well, then maybe use a green identifier for your lettuce. And maybe you're growing a couple different types of squashes. Maybe you could use an orange to identify your squashes. By having different colors for different types of plants, you can go directly to your organization system and know where those seeds are. You might also want to organize by the time of year that the seeds should be sown. There are some seeds that can go in the ground in early spring, and there are others that shouldn't go in the ground until early summer. Well, by selecting a color for those types of seeds, it helps you organize. So again, you can pick up your binder and go directly to the seeds that you're planning on sowing based on the calendar. If you have more seeds than will fit in a binder, or you don't want to spend the money and you want a free way to organize your seeds, well, then go with cardboard boxes. And this is a way that I've organized my seeds for years, and I still do. I'll typically make a custom cardboard box storage system. I try to find a box that is about the same size as the number of seed packets that I have. And then I just cut off the flaps. Now the box is ready to go. And then I'll take some seed packets and I'll lay them out to decide whether I want to go lengthwise or maybe get more packets across. I actually like the spacing of these, so I think I'll do 3 rows of seeds in this box. And then I'll take 2 of the flaps. I'll put them in the box. I'll mark just exactly where they go. And then I'll take the seed packages out and I'll tape these into position. Using a wide tape like duct tape, I'll put these into position now. And I'll do both sides. There's another reason for organizing seeds, and it's a reason why I like to use cardboard boxes. And that's to identify the plants that you haven't yet sown or planted in the garden and the ones that you already have in the garden. And I used a 2-box system extensively at the Galileo Garden because I just had so many seed packets, and I started so many seeds inside and put so many seeds outside that sometimes which plants were what got lost in the jumble. So I liked to save the seed packets of the plants that were already growing. They might be empty or mostly empty, but I could put those seed packets into a simple cardboard box. And if I ever had any doubt as to what plant was growing in the garden because I forgot the variety, I could come back to this system. The way it was organized was alphabetically, so I could go through until I found a particular tomato, and it's the light bulb moment, like, oh yeah, I forgot that I planted that type of tomato, and here it is. This is a good way if you don't want to do plant tags for every single plant. By keeping the information, by keeping the seed packets behind, you know exactly all the information about that plant. And this can carry forward for years. So I would save this organization system for the following year. So when it came time to order, I could remind myself, oh yeah, this was the seed packet that did so well in the garden. But a limitation to a cardboard box system like this is if the box gets knocked onto the ground, the seed packets scatter. And if you've got this year's and next year's boxes side by side, everything gets mixed up. And speaking from experience, that can happen. You can use the cardboard box method and keep the tabs in place. But it's real easy for a closed cardboard box to be lost in a closet. And if you saw my seed germination video, that's exactly what happened with this box. I forgot about it and it got left behind for years. So I've moved to a new type of system that uses the same basic idea as a cardboard box, but it's a see-through plastic tub. And the size of the container can vary based on how many seeds you have. This is what I would call a medium-sized container, and I'm using the same basic organization that I used in the cardboard box. I have 3 rows of seeds. They're mostly the seeds that I put into a previous garden, so I've got them more as a reference than anything else. The nice thing about the plastic is it allows you to cover it and seal it. And now these seeds aren't going anywhere. And when it comes time to store them until the next season, they store much better in plastic than an open cardboard box. This year, because I have a brand new garden and there are going to be a lot of plants to put in it, I upgraded to a bigger tub because I just have more seed packets that I need to organize. Right now it's snowing outside. It's supposed to snow through the rest of the day, and this is a good snow day activity. I'll begin organizing these seeds using the same basic methods that I've already discussed. Alphabetically, I'm going to just lay out in 3 different rows these seeds. That'll give me an idea of what I already have, because as you may have seen before, I've got a whole bunch of different types of basil, and I've got some plants that I ordered the same packets from multiple seed companies. In this box, I'm going to lay out all of these unplanted seeds as my initial step of organization. And then through the year, as I use these seeds, I'm going to transfer the packets into a second plastic bin. This is a new way of organizing that I'm trying this year. It's surprisingly affordable. It's a plastic bin, but what makes it a little more unique is that inside it has additional storage containers. They're perfectly sized for seed packets, even the big Baker Creek seed packets. But I think this will work really well for the seeds that I plan to save at the end of the season, because a lot of those seeds will be in just small envelopes or maybe small plastic bags, and they'll get lost in some of those earlier systems of storage. But in here, I can put my seeds and put them into the box, and then individually label each of these boxes so I know what the seeds are within them. It closes, it protects the seeds, it even has a nice little handle for carrying it around. I'm already in love with it, and I'll put a link below because I think it's a system that others might want to try. There are a number of reasons why to organize your seeds, and I've covered a few. You want to organize by plant type, or you can organize by when they're going to be planted outside, or maybe organized by what's already planted and what's yet to be planted, or maybe by the seeds that you plan to save at the end of the season. I know there's more, and please let me know how you might be organizing your seeds already or why you want to organize your seeds. Just let me know in the comments, because whether it's 3 packets or 300 packets, it really does help to have a system in place when it comes time to starting your seeds. If you have any questions about it, please let me know in the comments below. If you want to continue to learn more about gardening, well then subscribe to the GardenerScott channel, and be sure to click on the bell because that'll notify you when the new videos are coming out every week. If you like this video, well, please give me a thumbs up and share it to others who might be interested. I'm GardenerScott. enjoy gardening.